If 2025 felt uncomfortable, ignored, or quietly humiliating at times, 2026 won't be kinder. In fact, 2026 will expose something most men never fix. And once it's exposed, people don't argue with you anymore. They used you. This video is not about motivation. It's about a psychological flaw that manipulators, dominant personalities, and socially intelligent people can detect in seconds. If you don't fix it now, 2026 will make sure everyone sees it. By the end of this video, you will understand what silent weakness really looks like, why people start disrespecting you without ever confronting you, and the exact internal adjustment that makes men untouchable socially. Ignore this, and you won't just feel disrespected. You'll be predictable. And predictable men are easy to control. If you want to go deeper into this kind of psychological awareness and mental defense, there's a link in the description to the Silent Manipulation Handbook. Subscribe to the channel and like this video. We post dark psychology content every day. Most men think exposure comes from failure. It doesn't. Exposure comes from patterns. By 2026, social dynamics will be faster, colder, and more ruthless. People won't test you openly. They'll read you silently. And the men who haven't made this adjustment will start noticing something disturbing. People interrupt them. People push boundaries casually. People stop explaining themselves to them. Not because those men changed, but because their internal signal never did. Let's fix that now. Step 1. Understanding what gets exposed. What gets exposed is not your intelligence, not your confidence, not your looks. What gets exposed is your internal approval mechanism. If your nervous system still seeks permission to exist comfortably around others, people feel it. You hesitate before speaking. You over-explain. You soften statements that don't need softening. This creates an invisible signal. You are adjustable. And once people feel that, they stop respecting you instinctively. Step 2. Why men carry this into the new year. Most men promise themselves surface changes for a new year. Better habits, more discipline, new goals. But they never change how they respond to social pressure. So when tension appears, their body still reacts before their mind. They justify themselves. They fill silence. They rush to be understood. 2026 will amplify this gap. The men who fixed it will dominate rooms quietly. The ones who didn't will feel exposed without knowing why. Step 3. The adjustment that actually matters. The adjustment is simple but uncomfortable. You stop correcting people's perception of you. Not aggressively. Not defensively. Internally. You allow misunderstanding. You allow silence. You allow others to sit with uncertainty. Men who feel the need to be clearly understood leak control. Men who remain grounded without explanation project authority. This is where respect starts forming without effort. Step 4. Training emotional stillness under pressure. Respect is not built when things are calm. It's built when pressure appears. Disagreement, discomfort, social tension. If your emotional state shifts visibly, people subconsciously feel permission to push. The adjustment here is internal discipline. You slow your responses. You reduce facial reactivity. You speak less, but with weight. Stillness under pressure is interpreted as dominance, even when you say nothing impressive. Step 5. Detaching from the need to be liked. This is where most men fail. They confuse being liked with being safe. But likability is negotiable. Respect is not. When you enter interactions without needing approval, your posture changes. Your tone stabilizes. Your presence sharpens. You stop trying to earn space. You occupy it naturally. That's when manipulation attempts weaken. That's when people adjust to you. Step 6. Carrying this into 2026 deliberately. You don't wait for January to become different. You start now. You notice where you over-explain. You notice where you rush to respond. You notice where silence makes you uncomfortable. Then you stop fixing it externally. You fix it internally. By the time 2026 begins, your nervous system has already recalibrated. And when people test you next year, they won't find what they expect. 2026 doesn't expose men randomly. It exposes patterns that were ignored. Fix this now, and next year becomes leverage. Ignore it, and you'll feel it before you understand it. The choice is already in motion.